What's up, Fiends? I'm Kevin.
And I'm Jacob.
We're the Fiendish Duo.
I'm just really excited to play Commander with my friends.
Same. Today, we're playing Budget. We are joined today by our friends Cal and Chris.
Hey folks, I'm Chris, and I'm your Commander Mechanic. You can find me everywhere content is made, just look for the Orange Wrench. And today, I'm playing my $50 Gitrog Ravenous Ride deck. I'm looking to ride down some big monsters, put some lands into play, and beat down my opponents.
Hey, I'm Cal, better known as MTGCal on the internet, I suppose. I make the podcast Herald's Horn. It is a Magic the Gathering news podcast that, well, it takes itself about 80% seriously. Myself and my co-hosts will give you the rundown of the latest Magic the Gathering news. And in the second half of the show, there is an interview. Give it a listen if you are so inclined. Today, I'm playing Tuvasa the Sunlit. I think it's fine. I think it's pretty good. I'm just trying to suit up Tuvasa with a whole bunch of enchantments, auras, obviously, and a little bit of equipment too, and just kill my opponents with commander damage. Will they be able to remove Tuvasa? I hope not, because if they do, I am sunk.
I'm playing my Elmar Bjorna Clue Storm deck. It's a $50 budget deck where I make and abuse as many clue tokens as possible. Fun fact, this deck got stolen out of the trunk of my car. So if you got that out there, eat a pile.
And I'm playing my budget Amalia deck. The goal of this deck is to gain as much life as possible and blow up the board with some incremental value and swing in with a lot of commander damage.
The problem
Shuffling
with
up,
this deck is
almost
that it's not good. How do we feel about that?
Everyone got hands?
I have two of them.
Sure do.
Let's go. All right, well, GLHF. Does anyone have any pre-games?
I wish.
I'll draw for turn. I'll play a Temple of Epiphany tapped. I'll scry one. I'll leave that baby on top, and I'll pass.
Third, I'm just going to play a good old Forest and I'll pass turn.
I will draw for turn. I will play this Plains, and I'll pass.
I'm going to draw a card. I'm going to look like a cheater.
Okay.
It's because I am cheating. I'm going to play Meandering River and pass.
I'll play Mountain as my land for turn. I'll pay 2, cast my commander. Bjorna Nightfall Alchemist, aka Lucas. Shout out to the Safdie brothers. They do Stranger Things, right? I'll pass with that.
Alright. So I'm going to play a Swamp, and then I'm going to play this Aftermath Analyst. I'll mill 3. 1, 2, 3. So it'll be a Forest, a Hunted Bone Brute, and an Ulvenwald Hydra. And I'll pass the turn.
I'll return and play a Swamp, and let's play this Reassembling Skeleton, and I will pass.
On tap. I'll draw. Forest? Forest off the top? Ooh, interesting. That's not a forest at all. I'm going to play a Plains. I'm going to tap it. I'm going to cast a Soul Ring. I'm going to pass.
I'll untap, upkeep, draw for turn. I will play this Forest as my land for turn. I will pay 2 and cast a Serenth Steel Seeker. I'm going to pay 1
Good one.
and cast...
Another banger.
You got great taste, Chris. I'm going to cast a Strike It Rich.
Token
Get a
trigger
treasure.
the guy.
Trigger the guy. Look at the top.
Goldie.
I will... Shucks. I'll put this big score in my grave. I'll pass turn. Okay.
Another Forest here. And then we're going to tap 3. And I'm going to play this Spelunking. On ETB, I can draw a card and then put a land card from my hand onto the battlefield. So
I forgot it even says that part.
And then what do you know? I've got another Forest here. It's
Sweet.
not bad. But the important part is that this is a $1 Amulet of Vigor, which is actually the best thing ever. So yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'm going to pass the turn.
I'm going to miss my land drop. Don't pay attention to me. And I'm going to play Bartolome del Presidente.
That's almost my favorite One Piece character's name. It's a banger.
I'll pass.
They're one of my faves for sure. He's kind of awesome. Untap.
Yeah,
Drop.
this thing's kind of being awesome.
I'm gonna, man. I wanted to cast Tuvasa this turn. I'm gonna play this Plains and pass the turn. When I draw something,
Okay.
it's over for you guys.
I'll
You're done.
untap,
You're
upkeep,
canceled.
draw for turn. I will play an island as my land for turn. I will pay 3 for Elmar Ulvenwald Informant. I will go to combat. I don't want to offend anybody, but I'm going to come at you for 3, Chris.
3 it is. No blocks from me.
I was scared with that one. I'll pay 2 in my second main phase. I will cast this Neoform. Trigger my Elmar on cast. I'll untap the Elmar and investigate. Make it a clue.
He's pretty good.
And I'm gonna, Neoform's like under $1, I think, or maybe is
What?
$1. It's really good. Is that good? Does that resolve?
Good by me.
Yeah.
Got a lot of blue in this pod. Oh shucks. Before I search my deck, I gotta do the trigger. my bad, for Searing Steel Seeker. I'll put this Grill Spile on my grave. I will
Printed
get
Tithing Blade, and I'm like, I guess I can't play anymore.
Gale Waterdeep Prodigy. I will pass turn.
I am going to run out Old Man Willow.
4/4 for 4 with upside's pretty good.
Definitely. But I will pass the turn there.
On your end step, I'm gonna sacrifice this reassembling skeleton to Bartolome for the counter.
Now this Bart guy doing things at the end of turn.
Man, look at this Bart.
I'll
Yeah, it's
untap.
kind of busted.
I'll play Amalia, and you know what? Fun value. One less. I'm gonna cast this Unearth, targeting this reassembling skeleton.
Okay,
Oh,
let's go.
Yeah.
The value plays here. Look at that.
Value play, baby. And I'll go ahead and pass the turn.
Draw.
Forest. Someone did take 5 minutes and then cast a Solemn Simulacrum and pass. It was wild.
That I wish that were me right now. Solemn Sim in my hand would be gas. I'm gonna pass.
Dang.
Yeah.
I will untap, upkeep, draw for turn. I will play a
I'll catch
mountain.
up with everyone else. Don't you worry.
Yeah, we'll see you one day. I will pay 4, and this one's for you, Cal. I'm gonna pay 4 and cast a Rashmi Eternity's Craft.
Let's go.
I will. Shucks, you got a 3/3, or is that a 3/2? 3/2, a 2/2, and a 1/1. I will pass
That
the
is
turn.
what I got.
Passing. I'll hit my turn. I'm gonna play this swamp. I'm gonna pay 5. Play the Gitrog.
Yeah.
Ravenous Ride. Old Man Willow here is gonna hop on top of the Gitrog as a 5/5 now.
Yikes.
And let's see, this the 6/5 has to go somewhere. Al, I hate to beat up on the guy with no creatures right now, but it is the safest attack.
It is.
Because I want
it
to draw some
is.
cards and
Yep.
do some ramping.
I will take 6.
All right, and on combat damage, I will sacrifice Old Man Willow, who is currently a 5/5, and I'll draw 5 cards.
Oof,
Oh,
banger.
shit.
And then put up to X land cards from my hand onto the battlefield, so up to 5. And normally they would enter tapped, but I do have this
You have
spelunking, so I'm gonna put 1, 2, 3 land cards from my hand
Wow.
into play.
That seems pretty good.
I'm gonna tap the 3 that just came into play, and I'm gonna play this grafted war gear.
Oh,
Sick.
brother.
I'm just gonna put that war gear on the aftermath analyst here
Hell
to
yeah.
make it just a harmless 4/5.
I'm not worried. I'm not worried about it.
Yeah.
I've never been worried in my life.
And I'll pass the turn from here.
All right, I'll untap. I'll draw. I do be thinking. Not gaining a lot of life right now. I'll tap 3, and I will cast this. Your temple is under attack with the strike a deal one.
Okay.
I'm gonna target Cal. We're both drawing 2 cards.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, look at
Forest
that.
incoming.
I don't have any good attacks right now. I'll pass.
All right. I'll draw a Magic the Gathering card for my turn. I will play this forest that I drew. I'll tap blue, green, white. I would like to cast Tuvasa the Sunlit. And then I'm going to go ahead and pay 1. And I'm going to cast Hyena Umbra, targeting Tuvasa the Sunlit.
Whoa.
So she's
Full
a
scale.
3/3 with first strike. I cast my first enchantment spell this turn. I'll draw a card.
Sick.
Nice.
I really like the card I just drew. Let's tap this Soul Ring and cast this Arcane Signet. How about
Nice.
Hey.
We're in
that?
it.
I think I'm just going to pass my turn after that.
I'll untap, upkeep,
that
draw
means-
for turn. I will play this beautiful forest as my land for turn. Let me hit my land drops like a big guy.
Right.
I will pay 5. I'm gonna cast this Brawl's Expertise.
Good.
I'm gonna return the Gitrog. It's got haste too, doesn't
It does
it?
have haste. Yeah.
It does have haste.
And the Arch Druid, so you don't have something to sack with it next time, hopefully. And I got
So-
one more. I'll do. Nothing feels good to return right now. I'll return your guy with the counter. Yeah, I'll return that.
Yeah.
Trigger Gale. I don't have anything I can cast with Gale.
Yeah.
Rashmi Trigger.
Oh, Rashmi Trigger, let's go.
It is a Wild Growth. I'll cast
There
on this
we go.
mountain.
Free.
That was free as hell. And then I'll cast this. Trigger Elmar. Make a clue. Clue enters. Trigger
they're doing the
Sarenth.
thing.
I will leave that. No, I'll put this in the graveyard. It's a second harvest. Galazeth Prismari enters. Get a treasure. Trigger the Sarenth Steel Seeker. I'll leave that one on top. I will pay 2, crack a clue, and draw a card. I will pass the turn after that.
Untap, draw. I'm gonna play this swamp for turn. I'm gonna cast this aftermath analyst from hand. Milling 3. Go 1, 2, 3.
Happy to see that Beast Within not in your hand.
Yeah.
And then we'll go 1, 2, 4, 5. And hey, it's Mr. Frog again. Come on, Gitrog.
Where'd Mr. Frog come from?
I'm going to suit up the Aftermath Analyst with the Grafted War Gear. Then I'm going to have the now 4/3 through the Gitrog.
Yeah, I didn't really count how much mana he had.
And then I'm going to swing at Jacob with this 6/5 Trampler.
Yeah, I'll take 6.
All right. On combat damage, I will sacrifice the Aftermath Analyst, drawing 4 and putting up to 4 lands from my hand into play.
Baller. Truly a baller move.
With a big old whiff on the
Oof.
land stuff. I'm also going to cast this in my second main. Sorry. Cast this Oversold Cemetery. Yeah. I have Ulvenwald Hydra, Hunted Bone Brute, Old Man Willow, and Aftermath Analyst. So I've got a total of 4.
That sounds like 4 to me.
Then I'm going to move to my end step right now, and I'm going to discard this Honest Rutstein. I'm going to pass from there.
Untap. Draw. Hey, we're rocking. We're rolling. Check it out. You ready? First instance in this deck. I'm going to cast this Soul's Attendant.
Hey.
Oh my.
That's scary.
Oh my.
Life. I'll tap 2, and I'll replay my Bartolome. I have a trigger. I will gain a life, and I have another trigger. I will explore. It is a land. Goes into my hand. I'll pass. There's no good attacks for me right now.
All right. I'll tell you who has good attacks. It's me. Untap. Upkeep. Draw. Well, I don't care about that.
That's
Actually,
probably
I do
rude.
care about that. I care
No,
about
okay,
that a lot.
I'm glad you came back around.
I care about that a lot. I'm going to tap this for green, and I'm going to tap my Soul Ring. We're going to start off by playing an Enchantress's Presence. This is my first enchantment spell I've cast this turn, so I'll draw a card off Tuvasa.
Sick.
They're pretty good.
So these will not be +1/+1 counters. These will be representing her total power. So
Beautiful.
It's 1, 2, 3, 4. So she is a 4/4.
Awesome.
Arcane Signet for green, plus 2 more of any color, and I would like to cast Overgrowth, enchanting my Meandering River. I'll draw off Enchantress's Presence, and Tuvasa will now be a 5/5.
That's a big lady.
I would agree with
It's
you.
a big old fish lady.
I would agree. I'm going to tap my Meandering River for a blue, and then it'll make 2 additional green.
Great.
I'm going to use the 2 green to cast Canopy Cover, targeting Tuvasa. Can't be blocked except by creatures with flying or reach, and she has hexproof. So she'll become a 6/6, and I'll draw a card off Enchantress's Presence. And then I'm going to use the blue to cast Curious Obsession, targeting Tuvasa.
Sheesh. Cal, the CEDH game, it was supposed to be the other one.
Off Enchantress's Presence. Tuvasa is now a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, an 8/8.
Wow.
An 8/8 that also has a bunch of stuff going on. Go to combat. Sorry, Chris. I would love to send 8 your way.
Yeah, I've got no problem with that. I sent
Yeah.
6 at you, so 8 is perfectly reasonable.
I have suddenly become the obvious threat, and I can acknowledge that. Okay, so Tuvasa deals damage. Curious Obsession will trigger, and I'll draw another card.
Sick.
And then, yes, in my main phase 2, I would love to play my land for turn finally. It'll be this Thornwood Falls. Ding! 35. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, Exaxes. I'll pass
Wow.
the turn.
I'm gonna crack this here clue. Draw a card.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pay 2. Yeah, I'll pay 2. I'll cast this Collector's Vault. Trigger the Rashmi.
Let's go.
It is a Sprouting Vines. I'll put that in my hand. Then on ETB, trigger the Sarent Steelseeker. I'll put this Unexpected Results into my graveyard. I will pay 3 and cast a Sprouting Vines. Trigger. So I will untap nothing because nothing's tapped. I'll investigate. I will pay 2 and cast this Neoform from my graveyard because it's a sorcery. And I'll sacrifice my Sarent Steelseeker to it.
This is certified beast mode,
I'll get a card.
and I'm certified scared right now.
Uh-oh.
I'm certified shaken in my little boots.
My little teeny baby boots.
Consider getting bigger ones?
They only fit on my big toes.
I'm gonna get a call. First of unequals out.
I have a Twigger. I gain a life, and I also explore. It's
That's
a Baron
awesome.
War. It goes into my hand.
Sprouting Vines. The Storm was 1. I cast 1 spell before, so I'm gonna get 2 basic lands and put them in my hand. I'll get an island, and I will get a mountain. I will proceed to end my turn, trigger a call, look at the top 2 cards of my library, put 1 in my hand and 1 into the grave. I will put this one in my hand and this Past in Flames in my grave. And pass turn.
Okay. Well, in my upkeep, I'll have an Oversoul Cemetery trigger. So I'm going to grab this here Ulvenwald Hydra back to my hand. And then I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and cast this Retreat to Hagra. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hey, look at that. Like, we drew it up. And cast this Ulvenwald Hydra. So on ETB, I'm going to search my library for a land card and put it into the battlefield.
And I also have a Soul's Attendant trigger. Gain a life and flip over a Soul Warden. That's
Nice.
like almost like Soul's Attendant. So here's a question for everyone. What are we more afraid of right now? Chris drawing 1,000 million jillion cards or us taking 1,000 billion bajillion damage?
Those are both one and the same, it feels like.
Because the Hydra is a 2, 4, 6, 8. That's a 9, 9. So
Yeah.
Chris will be drawing 9 and putting 9 cards into play.
Up to 9. I have
Up to
draw
9
9
lands.
That's
No
true.
big deal. And the retreat is scary.
Yeah.
The
But,
retreat is legit win con. Like,
yeah,
that's what
exactly.
you're doing.
Okay. I'll see.
Okay. So I'm gonna search up this command tower. Normally it would enter tapped, but thanks to spelunking, it'll enter untapped. And on
Sweet.
landfall, I'll drain each of you for 1. I am then going to move this grafted war gear over to the Ulvenwald Hydra. Do we have anything?
Nope.
With war gear?
Unfortunately not.
All right. So this is going to be 1312 Ulvenwald
Sure.
Hydra right now. This Ulvenwald Hydra is going to climb onto the back of the Gitrog.
Hop on.
And then Gitrog's going to come over at Cal. Sorry, Cal. It's just 6. It's only 6.
No, it totally makes sense too. I will take 6.
So on combat damage, I'm going to have the trigger from the Gitrog to sacrifice a creature that it's saddled. And, I'm going to respond to that.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tap this command tower, and I'm going to cast Feign Death.
Oh
targeting the Ulvenwald Hydra.
god.
So this is going to be 13 cards that I'm drawing and putting into the battlefield. And then Ulvenwald Hydra will return with a counter on it. It's also going to give me the ETB trigger, too, to search for another land.
I
So-
also have a trigger on the ETB as well, just off the Soul's Attendant.
Okay. So
Okay,
I'll draw 13 cards right now.
Jeez.
I'm just binning this Soul's Warden.
We are going to put 1, 2,
Oh,
3, 4, 5, 6 land onto the battlefield.
Jeez. We all get slurped for 6?
And I will slurp everybody for 6 and 6 here.
What a crazy
Sick.
statement.
So these will all enter untapped. And then I'll have the Ulvenwald Hydra's ETB trigger to go into my library. And I will just grab this forest, which will ping y'all for another 1.
Ouchie, I'm slurped.
Yeah, I done got slurped.
We are then going to, in second main, go 1, 2, 3, black, black, black. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to cast this Forced March, where X equals 4, and it's going to destroy all creatures with converted mana cost 4 or less.
I mean, there's no point in responding, actually, if I sack converted mana cost. Yeah, no, I ain't got
Yeah.
nothing.
I'm gonna tap this clue for blue, cast a consider, trigger, and I think that's the only trigger. Reveal the top. It is a command tower. I'll put it into my hand.
Hey.
Also trigger here. With this trigger, I will tap this Collector's Vault for a red to cast a Strike It Rich.
Yeah. Seems good.
Get
Mhm.
a- Also, that triggers Elmar. I will get an untapped clue. Then consider. I will surveil one. I will put this Volcanic Torrent in my grave and then draw a card. Yep.
I have nothing else for that.
Also have nothing.
Okay.
Yep. Bye bye.
Think.
I will remove Hyena Umbra from Tuvasa.
Mhm.
I will
which
put,
Make her a 6/6.
I will put Amalia in the graveyard.
I'm going to move to my end step, and I've got to discard 5 cards. So I'm going to discard a Hunted Horror, a Phyrexian Soul Gorger, Relic Golem. We're going to discard this Broken Bond and this Zendikar Royal.
Ugh. All right. On your end step, I will cycle this Baron more and draw a card. Cool. I'll untap. I'll play this Swamp. Tap a black. I'm gonna play Songs of the Damned. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 black mana to my mana pool. I'll use 2 black and a white, and I'll cast Patch Up. I'll probably do the Soul's Attendant and the Soul Warden because it's total mana value.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a little awkward. Gain 2. Let's see. I'll use a black and a plains, and I'll cast Call a Surprise Witness. It will be Amalia. I have 2 life gain triggers, which equals 2 Amalia triggers. So I'll gain a life and explore. I'll bend the Viscera here, and then I'll
Bend.
explore again.
Nice.
Probably keep that on
Bend
top.
door.
Get bend.
I'll use 2 of this and 1 black, and I'll go ahead and cast. All right, I put Kurt Lurus into my hand, and you know what? Now I will feed the swarm. I mean, for the first time, I will feed the swarm. the retreat to Hagra.
Sure. All right, you'll lose 3.
And I think that's it for me, fellas. I'll pass.
All right. Time for me to kill Chris.
Let's go.
Cheers.
Untap. I'm gonna pay a green and a white. I will play this Herald of the Pantheon enchantment. How about
I do have 2 triggers. I'll gain 2 and explore twice. I'm just gonna keep this on top. Amalia goes
Yep.
4.
All right. And when she hits 20, she blows up the board, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Woohoo! That's how I'm feeling right now. Yippee yay! Emphasis on the yay. Grab a piece of paper.
Curious.
I'm about to play the card that makes up over a fifth of the budget of the deck. Okay.
Oh, okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, just need 6. 6. Tap the plains. Cast Nylea's Colossus.
Oh, this is
When-
Constellation double something's power.
Yeah.
Yeah, Constellation double something's power. It is an enchantment spell, so I will draw 2 cards. 1 for casting my first with Tuvasa, and 1 off Enchantress's Presence.
Sweet.
Soul.
Yes.
triggers.
This is on cast, so I'll draw my cards first.
Yeah.
So I'll draw 2, and then now you can do your thing.
ETB.
Yep,
Gain
ETB,
2
yep.
and explore twice.
Sick.
Nylea's Colossus will enter the battlefield. It will double Tuvasa's power till the end of turn. She is a 7/7, and it'll be doubled, which makes her power actually 14. Okay, so
Oh,
she
that's what the
currently
paper's
has
for.
she currently has 14 power. Yeah, it's for my own sake. I have 2 mana left. What can I do with that? Thornwood Falls for green, Arcane Signet for white.
Okay.
Oh, I gain a life when I cast an enchantment spell. My bad. Beep. 23. I would like to cast Unflinching Courage targeting Tuvasa. +2/+2 trample and lifelink. So I'll draw off Enchantment's Presence. Unflinching Courage will enter the battlefield, which will bump her power to 16 from the thing, and then Nylea's Colossus will trigger, and her power will be doubled to 32.
Wow.
Trample, power and
Ooh,
toughness.
boy.
Doubled 32. So she has a 32/32. Did I draw? I did. I will tap this for a white. I will cast Brave the Sands. So I will draw a card. I will gain a life. And then Tuvasa's power will go to 33 because I control another enchantment. And then Nylea's Colossus will send her to 66.
Oh my
Yep.
god.
So I have drawn. I have played a lands. I would like to go to combat.
I will pass.
Hell yeah.
If that's all right. Jacob, unfortunately, I think I have to kill you because I think your Amalia easily represents the greatest danger to my strategy at this time.
No. Yeah, that's fair.
I will swing 66 commander damage that can
Oh.
only be blocked by flying reachers with trample and lifelink at you.
Rip. I'm dead.
Also, she has hexproof.
No.
So
I'm dead.
I'll deal. Oh, sorry, she has vigilance as well from my Brave the
Oh.
Sands. So
It's nice
I
knowing you,
will
Jacob.
Deal 66 damage to you. I will gain 66
66.
life, which will send me to 90 life. And then Curious Obsession will draw me a card. And so now I think I'm obviously out of things to do. I'm going to go to my end step. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards in hand. I will discard this Evolving Wilds. And then let us go to the end of my turn. And now I have to determine what Tuvasa's non-double up power is going to be. She is a 10/10.
Wow.
Trample, lifelink, vigilance, hexproof, weird blocking.
Overall,
ability.
Purdy.
Pass.
All right, I'll untap. Where does one even begin? I will just pay 2, tap this Collector's Vault to draw a card, discard a card. I'll discard this mountain, and then make a treasure token. I'll pay 2 life, and I will Gitaxian probe you, Chris. I'm curious.
Sure. And I don't know if you're gonna be happy about
Okay.
this or not. So I've got Assassin's Trophy,
Okay,
Retreat
Rishkar's
zone.
expertise.
Kazandu, Rishkar's Expertise.
Oh
this
my
wave,
god, I'm so dead.
Culling Ritual, and then another scam card. Not dead after all.
Well, I'm dead. I'm dead as hell. I'll draw a card from my Git probe. I'm gonna pay 5. Flashback the past in flames, and then so underwhelming, but I'm just gonna last ditch effort unexpected results. I'll shuffle my deck, reveal the top card, and then probably lose. Let's
Wasn't
see.
there like a
Quick him? Let's go. I will pass turn.
Okay. Well, we will head to the next turn. In my upkeep, let's return Old Man Willow to my hand. And then, do we get fancy with things? Nah. I think we come out of the gates with the Culling Ritual.
That makes sense.
So we blow up everything 2
I got-
or less.
2 clues, Collector's Vault, and a Wild Growth. So that's 4 from me.
I've got Canopy Cover, Curious Obsession, Herald of the Pantheon, Soul Ring, Archaic Signet, and Brave the Sands. I think that's everything for me. So that's
Wow.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
10 mana.
And then I have 1 as well. All right. So we're gonna go 6 black. We're gonna go 5 green on that one then.
Yep.
I'm also going to feed the swarm that Colossus.
Yeah, that tracks.
It's still gonna like lose me 7 life here, but that Colossus
Yeah,
sticking
that's
around
right.
another turn is.
Yeah, I was
is-
gonna say,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
if Colossus is on the board, you probably still just die on my turn.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that thing.
Get out of here.
Okay, then, well, we've got temporary mana to spend here. We're
Yep.
gonna remove another of each, and we'll Assassin's Trophy the Tuvasa.
You'll
Absolutely
die,
clear.
and I get in basic, right?
Yep, an untapped basic.
I will get an island.
We're then going to use all but 1 of the remaining mana, and we're going to cast this Rishkar's Expertise.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
It's gamer time. Let's go.
So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16, 17. So we'll draw
16
some
cards, play a 5-drop for free. Seems pretty good.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 cards.
Wow.
All right. We're just going to drop this Old Man Willow off of the back of it,
Okay.
Yeah.
who is
That makes sense.
also going to be a
Giga
Big-
huge. So
big,
you're
big.
gonna Draw
Yeah.
a million billion cards and put a million billion lands into play.
Yeah, we'll do something like that. So what we'll do then is we will throw the grafted war gear onto Old Man. We are going to saddle the Gitrog. Cal, we will throw the Gitrog at you, and Kev, we're gonna throw the Hydra at you.
How big's Hydra?
17.
17? Sweet.
Yeah.
I will take 6 more.
Yeah. And then with that trigger on the stack, guess what? We're
Yeah.
gonna scam it again. So we'll put a
Sweet.
wicked roll on it.
To 18 commander damage.
Wow.
There we go. But this is gonna be another 17 cards drawn.
I should have killed Chris. I'm sorry, Jacob. My bad. That's
Oh,
on
it's
me.
fine. It's fine. Who could have known this could have happened? To be honest.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Yeah, seems good.
Wow.
Yeah. So of those 17, we've got 14 lands entering the battlefield here, which will all enter untapped thanks to Spelunking.
Yeah, thanks to Spelunking.
Yeah, thanks, Spelunking. Thanks a lot.
And then we'll cast a bunch of things from our hand here too, just to get them out, including Yargle and Multani.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Ever heard of them?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do a Pugnacious Hammer Skull here too, and a Lupine Prototype. And then with all this up, I'll discard a few cards and pass the turn.
You still got 1 million mana untapped?
I still have 1 million mana untapped, and
Wow.
I'm discarding down to 7 cards in hand. A Bitter Triumph is gone. We'll go Garruk's Uprising gone. We'll discard a Phyto Titan, a Llanowar Elves, a Leyline Invocation, and a Courser of Crufix. Finally, we will also pitch this Genesis wave, I suppose.
Exactly. That's why we wanted to have you on.
Hell yeah.
Is it my turn?
It's
All
all you.
right. Let's see if I can draw my one of Swiftfoot boots. Or whichever one's cheaper. Oh, we drew a forest. Play that forest. Let's tap this Meandering River for a white. Let's tap it for a blue and tap up Plains for a white. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then let's tap Forest for a total of 5 to get her out there. I'm not sure if there's much else of note that I can do. And like kind of say like, oh, I'm not going to lose the game automatically, I think. Which is maybe the best we can hope for. Okay. Have 5 mana. Actually, what we're going to do is I'm going to tap 3 mana. I'm going to play Crystal Chimes. And then with a naked 1/1 Tuvasa, I'm going to pass the turn.
All right. I'll untap. I'll pay 3 for a Frantic Search. 2, discard 2. Untap 3 lands. I'll pay 3 for a Jaheira. I will pay 3 for a Trail of Evidence. I'll pass the turn.
Okay, I am going to cast this Black Blade Reforged.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You're just gonna kill yourself?
No, this one's gonna go onto the Gitrog.
that makes more sense. That makes more sense.
Makes logical sense to me.
And then we'll, I suppose, just run out a good value piece here. Death's Presence.
So funny
you
that
know,
Yargle's
really
not the
makes
biggest
you
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
right?
Yargle is tiny on your board.
Yeah. Well, in comparison to the
exactly.
power equal to lands you control, absolutely. We'll move to combat. Move to big punchies here. And Cal, I'm gonna have to try and take you out with commander damage on this one.
Yeah.
But Kev, we're gonna send the 2 beefy ones your way. I'm not gonna saddle up the Gitrog this turn. It is going to be close to 40 at this point.
Yeah.
Does both have trample?
No, neither of them have trample.
Are you going to do any blockers, Kev?
Yeah, I'm gonna block the Hydra.
Yep.
What are you gonna block?
I am going to declare no blocks.
Okay. For damage, I am gonna pay 2, and I'm gonna cast Blink of an Eye on the other one that's big that I'm not blocking.
Sure. So, old man.
Trigger- Oh, get that old man in your hand. Trigger Trail of Evidence, and I'll make a clue.
I'm going to respond to Blink of an Eye.
You gonna counter it?
Sorry. I am going to seal away Gitrog.
Whoa!
Shoot.
I can't believe we survived. Maybe.
When I cast seal away, I'll have 2 draw triggers, and I'll draw 2 cards.
All
Sweet.
right.
Which
So,
will make Tuvasa a 4/4.
Mr. Frog's Wild Ride gets put away for the season.
Put away for until the next main phase when it takes up 1/10 of your lands to recast the text. Yeah.
That's gonna be so fun.
Yeah, and then we will, I guess, second main recast the
Yeah.
old man for now, and we'll let Gitrog sit around until next turn. He does have haste, so
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. All right, my
and-
turn?
Yeah, I'll pass turn.
Okay. I'll untap. Yeesh. Okay, I did it. I
Sheesh.
survived 1 more turn. I don't think I can Crystal Chime and then recast my Colossus and then do anything meaningful because it costs 3. I will pay 2. I will cast Sithis. She is an enchantment, so I will have 2 triggers. I will draw 2 cards. And Tuvasa will go to being a 5/5. That doesn't really help me out. That does help me out. Pay a white. I would like to cast Mask of Law and Grace, targeting Tuvasa. 2 triggers. I'll draw 2.
Okay,
Oh.
I'll
If that's-
respond.
yeah,
to that.
I was about to say, yeah. If you have something, then this is the
Yeah.
this is the time for it. Yeah.
We're gonna get handsy with Tuvasa there and Infernal
Yeah.
Grasper.
I assume that I have nothing for that. That is correct. All right, Tuvasa will die. I have nothing on the battlefield that protects her. Yeah, that's correct. Tuvasa dead. No, my chance. I do have a land drop left. We've got that going for us. Oh, I still do get to draw the 2 cards because I did cast the enchantment spells.
Mhm, mhm.
Okay. So I'll draw these. Oh, that's quite good. That's quite good. All right, blue. I will go ahead and cast Aqueous Form, targeting Sithis. Draw 2. Okay, that's fine. I have not yet played my land for this turn. I don't think that'll end up being relevant, unfortunately. Okay, white, 2/3, another one. Cast Winds of Wrath. Destroy all
Yes.
creatures that aren't enchanted that can't be regenerated.
Whoa.
Sure.
Yeah.
All things considered, this is pretty swingy. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. If only. I'll just play this forest as my land for turn, and then I'll pass.
All right, I'll draw for turn. Oh, not what I wanted. I'll play this basic island that I just drew. Pay 2 and crack this clue. Just draw a card. This was the one I wanted. Why couldn't you have been the first one? I'll pay 4 and I'll cast Song of Creation.
Oh, not bad. Okay. Gas.
Trigger.
Mhm.
Wait, no, it's not instant or sorcery. Yeah, never mind. I'm just dead now.
Uh,
I want to play my second land for turn. I was like, I could maybe win if I draw Song of Creation and crack my clue into an instant or sorcery, but sadly, I'm passing. End step, discard my island that was my hand.
So we got a lot of stuff, a lot of things. 18 cards in the library. We're gonna cast this Demagoth type.
Whoa.
And then we'll tap another 7. We'll play the frog.
The frog.
Suit up the frog with the blade. We'll suit up the Titan with the grafted war gear.
Sweet.
We will saddle the frog here for a total of 14 on this guy. And then Cal will swing at you with the frog.
I am unfortunately plain dead to the frog. I will die.
On combat damage, I will sacrifice the Titan and draw 14 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 more lands into play.
Oh my god.
I will also put 14 counters on the Gitrog, thanks to Death's Presence.
Yeah.
I did a
Yeah.
cartoonishly loud gulp. You guys just couldn't hear it.
So yeah, cartoonishly large is what the Gitrog is right now.
Oh yeah.
We'll cast Multani,
Sweet.
Yavimai's avatar. We'll cast a Grim Wanderer for 2, and then just a couple of mana dorks. So Findhorn Elves and an Elvish Mystic. We'll just move to my end step, and I'll discard this Kodama's Reach.
Okay. I will untap, upkeep, fingers crossed I don't draw my 18th basic land. Okay, I did it. I will pay 3, cast Flick a Coin, your Elvish Mystic. Well, first trigger, draw 2 cards.
Okay.
And then ping your Elvish Mystic.
All right. I'll
And
put a
then-
counter on this Grim Wanderer.
Get a treasure, draw a card.
Oh.
Wait, no, trigger. I get a clue. We're still in it. 2, I'll
Clue's
crack a
gonna
clue.
change everything.
Draw a card. I will pay 4. Cast a Wilderness Reclamation. Draw 2 cards. Play a Forest as my land for turn. And this Terramorphic Expanse as my other land for turn. I have 1 token. That's not cutting it. 2, 3. I can play one of my commanders. I'll pay 4 to cast Bjorna. Trigger. Draw 2 cards. Yep. I will go to my end step. Discard Reckless Fireweaver. Oh,
Yeah. Sorry,
This
before
is
we
end
leave
step
your second main, I'm gonna tear asunder the wilderness.
all right. And then I'll move my end step. Discard my hand. Evolving Wilds, Into the North, Junkwinder, Volatile Fjord, Reckless Fireweaver. I think almost got close with that,
Yeah.
but I'm dead for sure. GG.
Oh, yeah. GG.
I had
Oh.
that.
And
Junkwinder
fourth
almost would
last
have done
card
it.
in my library was Soul Ring. Perfect.
Hell yeah.
That's exactly when we need you. Exactly when we need you.
That was awesome.
That was a wild game.
Thank you guys so much for watching the video, and thank you to our guests for being a part of it.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
We're just getting things started, but we'll definitely have some early access stuff on there and some perks the longer we have it going.
Bye bye.
Bye.